After a half-an-hour boat ride, we made it here to Braley Beach, and this place is absolutely beautiful. Wow, look at this scenery behind me. This is what I was talking about those huge monolithic, just rock sculptures just protruding out of the earth. It's definitely a sight to see here. You have a very big touristy pier here where all the boats come and bring everybody, but it is insanely beautiful. So as you walk in between these big mountains, there's a little village with different places to eat and different places to drink as well. And it's all kind of in amongst this beautiful, what would be a beautiful natural jungle. But we are coming to the next beach. So here you have it, Braley Beach. And what a beautiful beach it is. It's definitely much more inhabited than I expected, to be honest with you. Fuck, it is so hot here. After like a week of rain, the humidity level is through the roof. Look at how soaked my shirt is. Let's just take a moment to talk about life and how lucky we are in this day and age. There's a lot of talk about negativity and politics and all the hate and all the bullshit that's going on in the world. AI, how it's going to take over our lives, social media, echo chambers. If you really wanted to look into it, you could basically feel like this generation and the younger generations are basically completely fucked. But coming here and being able to see this incredible landscape behind me on the other side of the planet, and how accessible it is and how easy it is for us in Europe to literally work for like half a year to a year to save up enough money to come and visit these places. Let alone the fact that it takes about a day to get to these remote places is incredible. I often think that 30, 40 years ago, this was way more challenging to be able to come to a place like this. 50 years ago, even more. And then if you think of it like even 100 years ago, it would be the trip of a lifetime. And even for people in some of the less fortunate countries, this still is a trip of a lifetime. But if you come from the West and you're working, this is pretty attainable to you. The downside of that though, is once you get into that mentality of that 9 to 5 and feeling like you're reliant because you need to pay for a mortgage and a car and all that sort of stuff, or you have to pay off your TV, that's what makes you get stuck. But it is totally attainable. I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you are living in a country where you can work and earn a little bit of money, it's never been a better time to go traveling and see the world. It's never been cheaper and it's never been easier than it is now. And with literally just a smartphone, you can pretty much do everything from planning your route, doing your research, and even booking your tickets to a place like this. There's really no excuses. If you have a little fire inside you that says, wow, there's a big world out there, I would like to see it, I'd highly encourage you to do it. All the other things that you get swept up into, like having a mortgage or having a car on finance or having to pay off some debt, those are all things that kind of trap you in your day-to-day, that make you think that, oh, that would be a dream, you know, or I don't have independent funding from my parents. Well, I don't either, you know. I made a series of decisions to not buy the things that aren't important to me. I realized that a big flat screen TV and a Netflix subscription isn't important to me. I realized that I don't need a new car. I don't even need a car. So I've made certain sacrifices in my life to enable me to spend that money in places like this and not restrict me with the debt, because that is the biggest thing that's going to hold you back. It's really just a matter of cutting the fat, cutting the excess, because ultimately you don't need it. And really the things that matter are experiences like this. Those are the things that you will remember for the rest of your life. You'll forget about that PlayStation 5 that you had probably. Anyway, that's my philosophical rant over. Look at these roots. So freaking cool. This is my type of environment, I tell you. So, it seems we have stumbled across a fertility shrine. No, these aren't a bunch of ancient dildos. This apparently is a shrine where I guess they offered up wooden dicks to ensure they had fertility. But the sign says, do not bring sex toys and leave them. You got some new incense sticks. There's some real flowers here that haven't died. So people are actually using this as a real active shrine. Who'd have thought, eh? Do you just like get your dick and you just like lob it up there and see how far you can get it? Bought the most elaborate dick. I think that one wins the most elaborate dick award for sure. Do you think at high tide some of the dicks drift away? They're made out of wood, so there's some dicks that are tied into a rope there, held by some dicks that are stuck into a rock. I'm gonna have fucking terrible fertility for making jokes about this. Okay, so I've seen a bunch of people swimming out to this island over here, and I think it's pretty safe, so I'm gonna do it. Let's go. I can definitely feel a bit of current coming through. What an absolutely incredible landscape. This is beautiful. Okay, time to swim. Wow. How insane is this? It's so amazing how the plants just grow in the rock. How lucky. And here we have it. Our own little private beach. Stacked rocks everywhere. Imagine if you were a castaway and you came across this, you'd be like, yes, there's life here. There are humans. Oh, high tide, this is full of water. Okay, that concludes our video. Thanks for watching this. I hope it's given you a bit of inspiration to start at least planning your next trip. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Woohoo!